what so yeah. So there's a bad side of control,
Right.
you know.
I just don't like so y- y- I'm brought up on this whole idea that consistency is key. And, we so I've been doing production for a while, and I sold the idea to my man. We went to middle school together, and I sold him the idea like, hey, we could be the Matt and Ben of Boston and Houston. We could write something that kind of revitalizes Houston film. And granted, times are different, locale is different. Things are just so close, so much closer on the East Coast. But we got it. We started writing a project, and I realized that we would drop an episode here. And the first episode we dropped, we waited about 8 months promoting it, 8 months, and we dropped it in the last quarter of the year because we used to say, "Hey, the fourth quarter is our quarter." We dropped it in the last quarter of the year, and the first month it did 1,000 views on YouTube. And then going to episode number 2, it just took so long.
Mm.
And we were recorded, and I remember specifically saying to the guy that was recording the web series, we called it at the time, I said to him, hey man, if you could do the editing, and I come to understand now that sometimes when you're rendering that service, you don't know what the client is thinking. Are they going to try to cut me out? Because I've had the same thoughts now that I do what I do, right? But I said to him, "Hey man, you know what? We kind of want this. We kind of want to be able to have 1 or 2 edits, not factoring in color, audio, not factoring in scenes, none of that. I was just I'm a novice. My man, on the other hand, he's acted for a while, but it was my whole idea to let's just try to do this so that I could fulfill a passion, fulfill a dream that I recently had, and you could continue doing your acting thing like that." So I told him, hey man, you know what? We don't want to have a million emails. First email thread we had was 48 messages.
Wow.
I said I called my man on, and we used to spend a lot of time on the phone. I said, man, it's up to 50 messages and we don't have a final product yet. So we end up letting that guy go. We find another guy. And I realized sometimes the dark side of control for me is that I end up messing up a lot of relationships. This is something I had to come to grips with myself. And I had to go back later on in that journey. I had to say to a lot of people, I'm sorry, because all I wanted to do was just continue to drop because I know I have the gear to kind of promote myself. At the time, I didn't know that was my purpose. It wasn't until I actually started dealing with you, talking to you, that I actually, when people say they found their purpose, I frowned at it. I was like, what are you talking about? I don't know what that means. And I really figured that out last year dealing with you. But at the time, I was telling the girl, I was like, hey, I'm sorry. I apologize. It's just that I felt that you were messing with all I had. This is not, I don't have a lot of time with this. I'm on borrowed time. I'm already in my 30s, and most people that are going to make it to the silver screen, you know, they've done it all their lives. You look at people like Denzel and Sam Jackson, you look at their old films, they're dating back. They made a career out of it. 20, 25 years in film. And here I am at 26, and I'm getting my first go. Never did theater in school. Always did poetry, but never did theater in school. And when I get bit by that bug, that's all I want to do is be able to have that feeling again, be in that scene again, because it's magic watching yourself on TV. The thing that you would do with other people. How many films I've watched of Denzel, mimic Denzel, cried in the movies, Will Smith's movies, cried in those movies, and to see myself in a scene break a tear, or see somebody that I know in a scene break a tear, it just was magical to me. I wanted to be there again. But Habakkuk 2:2-3 says, "And the Lord answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak, and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it,
because it will surely come. It will not tarry. You do what you do for yourself to prove you can do it for others. Even though the year of perfect vision needed corrective lenses, your vision was never out of focus. You remained still. You remained determined. Kobe said, "The Mamba mentality is the attention to detail and the level of commitment. Run your race because you got time. Keep the momentum. Believe in your story, a creative story. Remember, never stay comfortable while trusting the process. Be innovative in your 720 hours. There will be stumbling blocks. You just keep pushing. Most importantly, what's next? Continue to drop."
Every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday?
Every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday.